name's Julie Mlynarek.
My name's Matt Mlynarek, and I'm
a Diamond Executive with FITTEAM Global. I'm a mom of 3 kids, and when I first got started, I was in a very bad place. I was living every day just to get through the day. My husband was working 2 jobs. We owned a pizzeria. He's also a teacher. And I had these 3 little kids at home, and it was me by myself and just trying to survive. I always felt that there was more to life. And when I got started, I was just looking to get healthy, and it turned to be so much more than that.
I'd come home at 1 o'clock in the morning from working. I'd teach, then I'd go to my pizzeria. Obviously, wanting to go into business, you always want to have that time and freedom of being your own boss, of being able to choose when you go to work, when you don't. And here I was working 90 hours a week between job and my pizzeria, and I had no time. It was a tough situation, and tough because my relationship with Julie was struggling. We were struggling financially because obviously with the economy struggling, less money in, it just put a burden on our relationship.
I held a lot of resentment towards him because he wasn't present. Here we have these children and he's missing everything. There was no connection between us. We were more like just seeing each other once in a while in passing. So it was bad. It was a bad place.
I was looking towards, antidepressants and anxiety medication, and my stress level, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and screaming, and Julie would be, are you okay? Everything's okay. So it's funny because I look back and I don't have those memories. I don't have those like tremors or nightmare anymore. So it's like you go back a little bit and it's a different part of my life, but I never forget it because it always keeps me where I want to go and where I don't want to go back to. The good old days, I like to call them. It was funny how Chris Hummel came into my life. It was probably the last 3 months I had my pizzeria, and I'd come home at 1, and Chris would pop up in my news feed or in my Facebook Messenger, and I was really intrigued on his success in network marketing.
Chris Hummel is our CEO. He's our founder of FITTEAM Global, and I couldn't be more proud of him and excited to be on this journey with him. His vision is so big that sometimes I wonder, how is it possible to really dream that big? But if it weren't for his vision and it weren't for his dreams for all of us, we wouldn't be where we are.
When Chris came in, it was a whole different mindset because Chris started talking about leverage and time and freedom, and I was just, how do you do that? Because I was doing the pizza business it was at 6.5 years at the time I met Chris, and I'm like, I'm working more now than I did when I first started. So I just asked a lot of questions, and it just started off all on, what is this and what is this? And we always worked towards a common goal.
When the opportunity was presented to Matt and myself, I said, absolutely not. We don't have time to bring on one more thing. We're already in debt. We don't have time for this. Once you start to see a little bit of money coming in, I think it pushes you to work harder. In a short amount of time, we're already changing our lives.
One of the things for Julie and I is just being able to obviously provide for our family and our kids, and really just giving them a lifestyle and teaching them the value of hard work. When you work hard for something, you can be rewarded with so many different things.
I don't have to call in to a boss and say, I'm not going to be here today because I'm going to volunteer in my children's classroom. I don't have to worry about missing their games. They're very involved in sports because I'm rushing to get out of work. That's huge for me, especially how fast time and life goes by.
My name is Joe Mlynarek. I play baseball, basketball, football. Yeah, my mom and dad usually come to everything. I think they're proud of me. It makes me feel amazing.
Sometimes we go outside and play like a game, or sometimes it's my dad and my mom versus my brother and me in a soccer game. And then my sister will be like a cheerleader, and we'll be like, you can cheer for whoever we want. And then my brother always like, we're gonna beat you and you're gonna lose.
I feel that FITTEAM Global has allowed us to dream again. It's given us our life back. I want to get emotional.
My wife, Julie, she's an incredible person. I always knew that she just brings life to so many things, and she really, it's a great match when she balances me out in so many different ways.
Now we're partners, you know. We're best friends again, and we're able to dream again for our family and provide for them together. And we work as a team.
Julie and I just had a conversation about our current situation that we're in, and she said, Matt, it seems almost surreal. You know, with FITTEAM, as Chris is working with him in the development that we've gone through, that light at the end of the tunnel is starting to happen. So Julie was in Texas for an opportunity with Chris, and she came home and there was, you know, a brand new Lincoln Navigator for her, and she was just, what, is this for me?
Is that mine?
Yeah.
Wait, it's like mine to keep?
It's yours, Jules.
With FITTEAM, we're in a position now where we're making more money than we've ever had. What's nice about this is we are able to start getting above instead of constantly digging ourselves farther and farther and farther into debt.
We always talk about delayed gratification. Find something, work hard towards something, and then reward yourself. In the back of my mind, I always wanted an Audi. We're going today to pick up an AAL. Financially, yes, that's just like an added bonus to it. From the business side of things, knowing that the opportunity in networking can do that for you. The biggest thing that, when I look back in terms of can this become a reality for you, is really coachability. Just be open-minded to what people are teaching you and what leaders are teaching you, and just have a sincerity about it and take that in as accepted.
Anyone can do it. I mean, if you're too busy, this is all the more reason to get involved. If you're broke, it's all the more reason to get involved. If you're struggling, that was us. And sometimes you need to go through those struggles to really fight for what you want. And I think that's really what it's taught us to do.
My mindset is completely 100% changed. My core values are still the same. My belief, my family, my faith, my relationship with God, that has not changed. If anything, it's strengthened myself. Really, it's just, it's been a growth spiritually for Julie and I, both together, really.
You know, we're able to laugh again. We're able to enjoy the blessings that we have and live again.